Chapter 6. Images, Links and Frames in HTML5. Learning Targets. Inserting images. The less than image greater than tag. Images in a table cell. Hyperlinking web pages. The less than a greater than tag. Links with CSS. Links as buttons and images. Adding audio and video on a web page. Frames in HTML. Border with iframe. In the previous chapter, you learned how to use lists and tables in HTMLs. In this chapter, you will learn how to add images, create links, and use frames HTML5 to make web pages more interactive and appealing. Inserting images. Have you ever wondered how to add images to a web page? HTML makes it easy with the less than image greater than tag. This tag is used specifically to add images and graphics to your web pages. Adding images or graphics in an HTML document makes the document look appealing and attractive. There are different image formats that web browsers support. The most common ones are Graphics Interchange Format GIF. It is one of the most widely used formats for displaying images on the web. An image in GIF format can include a maximum of 256 colors. Further, you can create more colors by using the combination of existing colors. GIF is correctly pronounced as GIF. However, it is also acceptable to be pronounced as GIF. Joint Photographic Experts Group JPEG. It is one of the best image file formats. A JPEG image could contain the 16 million possible colors. This is an ideal format for web graphics, for it supports varying levels of compression. Note the term compression refers to the act of making a computer file use less space when it is stored. Portable Network Graphics (PNG). It was introduced in the year 1994 after the several years of the GIF and JPEG formats. PNG format includes the benefits of both the GIF and the JPEG formats. Like a JPEG image, a PNG image may also include over 16 million possible colors. Modern browsers also support BMP, bitmap file, TF, tag image file format, and SVG, scalable vector graphics image formats. Tech Fact: Steve Wilhite is the creator of the original GIF graphic interchange format. The less than image greater than tag. The less than image greater than tag is used to embed an image in an HTML document. The less than image greater than tag is an empty element. It contains attributes only and does not have a closing tag. These attributes will set the different properties of the image being inserted. The basic syntax of the less than image greater than tag is given below. Less than emg square equals sign URL or path of the image greater than. The other optional attributes are alt equals sign text to be displayed when the image is displayed. Width equals sign value is pixel form. Height equals sign value is pixel form. Let us now see each attribute of the less than image greater than tag separately. The src attribute. The src attribute is used to specify the path or the URL if it is to be taken from internet of the image. Before you insert the image, you should be well aware of the location, otherwise the image will not be displayed on the browser. Rules of src attribute. There are possibilities to encounter a situation when the image is not displayed on the web page in spite of specifying the correct image file name in the src attribute. What might be the reason? To learn this, explore some certain rules of src attribute. Rule 1. It is must to know the location of the required image file. For example, nature.jpg file is saved in the HTML folder of D drive. Rule 2. When your HTML document and image file are stored in the same location, then you can refer the image file simply by entering its name as the src value. For example, less than emg src = nature, jpg greater than. Rule 3. In case the HTML document and the required image file are stored in different locations, then you must specify the complete path of the image file as the src value. For example, less than emg src = d/pictures/nature greater than. Rule 4. If the required image is not stored in your computer memory and is available on the web, then mention the complete URL address of the image. For example, URL less than emg src = https://www.pixels.com/photo/bengal tiger greater than. Tech tip. To copy the URL of an image, open the image less than. Right-click on it, less than, select the Copy Link Address option in the pop-up menu. The Alt attribute. This attribute displays the alternate text for the image if the browser could not display the image due to some technical reasons, which include browser does not support graphics, p, slow connection, c, an error in the src attribute, d, image size. Example, the less than image greater than tag src = waterfall.jpg alt = picture of waterfall greater than. Explanation. The text picture of waterfall will appear on the web page if the image somehow cannot be displayed. The height and width attributes. The width and height attributes define the width and height of the image in pixels or in percentage to browser size. It is always suggested that one should specify the width and height of an image. If width and height are not specified, the page might flicker while the image loads. Example. Explanation. Less than emg src = waterfall.jpg style = height 100 px, width 80 px greater. Then, it will set the image height to 100 pixels and width to 80 pixels. Less than emg src = waterfall.jpg style = height 50%, width 50% greater than. It will set both the image height and width to 50% of the browser. The float attribute. The float attribute is used to specify the placement of the image with respect to the surrounding text. The value can be set to right, left, or none. To use the float attribute, use the following syntax. Example. Explanation. Float right. It floats the image to right. Float left. It floats the image to left. Float none. It restricts the element to float. The border and border radius attributes. You can use the following CSS properties with less than emg greater than element to set borders around an image. Property name. Explanation. Example. Border. It sets a border around the image. Less than emg src = waterfall.jpg style = border 4 px solid red greater than. Border radius. It sets a border with rounded corners. Less than emg src = waterfall.jpg style = border radius 20 px greater than. Less than emg src = waterfall.jpg style = border radius 20% greater. Images in a table cell. Images can be inserted in a table using the less than table greater than tag, and while defining table columns using less than td greater than attribute, we will use the less than emg greater than tag. The image will get inserted as a part of table cell. Consider the following example to learn how to perform this task. Hyperlinking web pages. The term linking in general refers to connecting one thing to another. In HTML, linking is known as hyperlinking, and objects that represent this function are called hyperlinks. Characteristics of a hyperlink. A website consists of multiple web pages. Hyperlinks connect these web pages to each other. A hyperlink could be a word, a phrase, an icon, or even an image. Clicking on a hyperlink takes you to another document which has a different URL web address. Hyperlink enables you to directly jump from one topic to another within the same web page, or takes you to another web page or to another website. From the above points, you can learn that how important hyperlinks are in the formation of World Wide Web. Types of HTML links. In HTML, there are two main types of linking, which are as follows. Internal linking. This type of link is created to link various sections of the same web page. External linking. This type of link is created to connect different web pages or websites. The anchor less than a greater than tag. In HTML, the hyperlinks are defined with the anchor tag less than a greater than. It is a container element, for it has an opening tag less than a greater than and a closing tag less than / a greater than. The href attribute. The anchor tag has an essential attribute called href. The href attribute specifies the destination of the link. The href attribute stands for hypertext reference. Hypertext refers to the text that links to other information. The syntax is less than a href = URLs greater than link text. Here less than / a greater than. Where URLs an absolute URL with web address starting with https://. For example, less than a href = https://www.wikipedia or greater than Wikipedia, less than / a greater than. A relative URL, which is a local link and is specified without https://. For example, less than a href = contact details, HTML greater than contact us, less than / a greater than. A link to an email address. For example, less than a href = mail to abccomputer@gmail.com greater than click here to send an email, less than / a greater than. In the above syntax, link text, here is the hypertext which will appear on the browser and will link to the other page, image, or any HTML element. Let us now learn how to create a hyperlink. To do so, create two HTML files and name them linking in html.html and heritageofindia.html. Links with CSS. With CSS, links can be styled in different ways. For example, text link, link button. You can also change the property of a link by using CSS in your HTML file. When the links are seen in the browse, it has 4 different states, which are listed below. State name, description. Example, a link, visited link. A Lincoln, color, red. A visited link. A visited color, green. A active link, the moment it is clicked. A active color, blue. A hover, state when the mouse is moved over the link. A hovered color, hot pink. Links can be styled with any CSS properties such as color, font family, background color, and text decoration to remove underline. Let us understand with the help of an example. Link as buttons. You can also create a link that appears as a button using the displays property of CSS. The displays property will be used as display in line block, which creates a link that is displayed in a box or as a button. With padding property, you can increase the size of the box so displayed. Consider the following HTML code to understand how does it work. Images as links. You can also use an image as a hyperlink. To achieve this result, enclose the less than emg greater than, then tag between the less than, a greater than, less than, slash, a greater than tags. The defined image will appear as a hyperlink. Let us learn how to create a hyperlink of an image. Adding audio and video on a web page. With the advancement in the technology, the web pages which used to be quite dull and only contained text and images can now be made look dynamic. To enhance and enrich your web page, you can add audio and video to your web page. HTML5 has new tags, namely less than audio greater than and less than video greater than tags. The less than video greater than and less than audio greater than tags. The HTML5 less than video greater than element specifies a standard method to embed a video on a web page. HTML5 supports MP4, video/MP4, WebM video/WebM and OGG video/OGG file formats. The HTML less than audio greater than element specifies a standard method to embed an audio clip on a web page. HTML5 supports MP3, audio/MPE, WAV audio/WebM, OGG audio/OGG file formats. Let us now learn about some of the commonly used attributes of less than video greater than and less than audio greater than tags, which are explained below. Attribute. Description. Example. src. It specifies the path or URL of the video/audio file to be embedded. Less than video src equals sign balcony rain dot mp4 greater than, or less than audio src equal meditation music dot mp3 greater than. Controls. It adds video/audio controls such as play, pause, and volume buttons. Note this attribute does not take any value. Less than video src equal balcony rain dot mp4 controls greater than, or less than audio src equal meditation music dot mp3 controls greater than. Autoplay. It plays the video/audio file automatically when the web page is loaded. Less than video src equal balcony rain dot mp4 autoplay greater than, or less than audio src equal meditation music mp3 autoplay greater than. Loop. It specifies whether the video/audio file automatically replays once it finishes. Less than video src equal balcony rain dot mp4 loop greater than, or less than audio src equal meditation music dot mp3 loop greater than. Width. Height. It specifies the width and height of the video player. Note this attribute is used only with less than video greater than element. Less than video src equal balcony rain mp4 width equal sign 50% height equal sign 50% greater than. The following program will help you understand the use of less than audio greater than and less than video greater than tags. Frames. Now once you have inserted multimedia, audio and video on a web page, it is now time to learn how to divide the web page into many different sections where you can load separate HTML documents. HTML frames are used for this purpose. They divide your browser window into multiple sections where each section can load a separate HTML document. A collection of frames in the browser window is known as a frame set. The window is divided into frames in a similar way the tables are organized into rows and columns. Frames are used in HTML code, so there is no need to repeat common things such as logo, images, banners, common menu options, and so on all the web pages, and only the content will change on all the web pages of the website. Creating frames. The less than if frame greater than tag is used to create frames on a web page. Here frame is an abbreviation of ln line frame. The syntax of iframe is less than iframe src, equal sign URLs width equal value, height equal sign value, greater than less than slash frame greater than attribute description. Example src. This attribute specifies the URL web address of the inline frame page. Less than iframe src equal sign heritage of India.html greater than less than slash iframe greater than height width. These attributes are used to specify the size of the iframe. The height and width are specified in pixels by default. Less than iframe src equal sign heritage of India.html height equal sign 200 inches width equal sign 300 inches greater than less than slash iframe greater than. Let us create a program to understand how to use less than iframe greater than tag. Border width. Frame by default, an iframe has a border around it which will be visible with the frame. Sometimes you may not wish to display borders around the frames. You can remove the borders by adding the style attribute and using the CSS border property. For example, less than iframe src equal sign heritage of India.html style equal sign border none greater than less than slash iframe greater than. You can also change the size, style, and color of the iframe's borders. CSS property. Description. Example. Size. It specifies the thickness of the border. Its value could be thin, thick, medium, or any numeric value. Less than iframe src equal sign heritage of India.html border width 2px greater than less than slash iframe greater than style. It specifies the style for the borders. Its value could be none, solid, hidden, dotted, dashed, double, groove, ridge, inset, or outset. Less than iframe src equal sign heritage of India.html border style. Solid greater than less than slash iframe greater than color. It specifies the color of the border. Its value could be the name of the color or its equivalent hexadecimal value. Less than iframe src equal sign heritage of India.html border color yellow greater than less than slash iframe greater than. Let us create a program to understand how to use the above mentioned CSS properties. Wrap up. HTML allows you to insert images and graphics using the less than emg greater than tag or element. The less than emg greater than tag is used to embed an image in an HTML document. The less than emg greater than tag is an empty element. The src attribute is used to specify the path or the URL if it is to be taken from internet of the image. The attributes of less than emg greater than tag are src, float, alt, height, width, border, and border radius. Hyperlink enables you to directly jump from one topic to another within the same web page, or takes you to another web page or to another website. Internal link is created to link various sections of the same web page. External link is created to connect different web pages or websites. In HTML, the hyperlinks are defined with the anchor tag less than a greater than. It is a container element. The href attribute specifies the destination of the link. The href attribute stands for hypertext reference. You can also create a link that appears as a button using the displays property of CSS. To enhance and enrich your web page, you can add audio and video to your web page using the less than audio greater than and less than video greater than tags. HTML frames divide the browser window into different sections, each showing a separate HTML document. The less than a frame greater than tag creates frames. L frame stands for ln line frame.